How many people did you know that just like walked into an Abercrombie and they were just like, "Hey, you want to work here?" They only hired hot people, dude. If you were an uggo, if you had bitch tits like me, you weren't working in Abercrombie. Welcome to Saint Aubin Central, people. We are here today. I wanted to talk about something because I've been thinking about this for a long time. The world bends to hot people. Name a successful person who is hot. Go. No, what I'm saying is hotness
Oprah.
has almost everything to do with success. You can maybe name a tiny fraction of people who were really successful and not hot. And I'm not talking about business, because business it has nothing, very little to do with like being in front of people. Anything that has to do with being in front of people, not even that.
The Koch brothers.
The Koch brothers, they probably hot in their day.
Warren Buffett.
Yeah, but I'm like, I think hot people just have it easy. Like I've been like,
They do, yeah.
They're like, from a job to whatever. If you're hot, I would argue that being hot is the greatest privilege on planet Earth and in the United States of America.
Are you sure about that?
And I know, dude, those fucking liberals are like, no, it's whiteness. It's whiteness. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, nobody cares. Like, if you are hot, the world just bends to you, dude. Like, how many people did you know that just like walked into an Abercrombie and they were just like, "Hey, you want to work here?" They only hired hot people, dude. If you were an uggo, if you had bitch tits like me, you weren't working in Abercrombie. I would never get hired at Abercrombie. And it's just one of those things that I've been thinking about. It's because this is where it came from. I've been looking at like who is successful in the music space. You know, who are the successful people in the music space, especially in the independent space. Okay, it's hot people, dude.
It has.
I've been looking at some people. I listen to like the independent podcast. There's Connor Price and Nick D, and I'm like, who's this Nick D fellow? Okay, I look it up. It's some like hot guy who can sing. You know, of course he's gonna make it, dude. You don't see Flabby Jackson on TikTok shaking his butt writing some bomb like banger songs, but he's got tits, you know?
I mean, but tits are also nice. So
well, I mean, if they're packaged right, you know? Like it's all about the packaging. If I'm going to buy some chicken wings and there's a Twinkie in there, I'm gonna be like, this isn't packaged right. I don't want this, you know? But it's crazy to me. I genuinely think that, okay, maybe the biggest privilege before hotness is wealth. If you come from money.
Yeah.
It's like money, number one, hotness, number two.
Then whiteness?
No, I'd probably say broken home. Like look at the data, dude. Like, look at the data. It's universal, right? Maybe for being white, maybe. But I don't know. It's one of those things, man. Like, the probability of me making it in music is greatly diminished just because of the world we live in. It's even more diminished because I'm not a hottie.
Isn't it usually like upsetting when you do see a really hot person at like a show? Like if you're gonna play somewhere and like the person opening is just like smoking, and you're like, like no one's gonna stick around for me after this.
No, because I like to look at them. Like, that's the thing with hot people. It's like
they have a charm.
Like you look at them and you're like, that's nice. Like, they just look nice.
Yeah.
It's like Harry Styles. If he had
Very
some like
buck
teeth and a pointy nose, he's not going to be,
and
nobody cares
British.
about Harry's world, you know? It's just, if you're hot, your chances of making it are like,
Oh yeah.
like just think of all these musicians, dude. Name an ugly musician.
Who's the drummer from Def Leppard that had one arm?
Yeah, but he was in the back. Like the ugliest musician you can make
I will say a young Dave Grohl was not a looker by
he
any
wasn't,
means.
but like
until he grew the beard out, he was a little rough.
sure. But again, drummer.
He was in the back. That's
He's
a
in
good
the
point.
back. Like name one musical artist. The only one who's like I would not say is like super hot is Louis Capaldi. However, Louis Capaldi, his personality is choice.
Shines right through.
Like prime rib USDA approved choice. You can't name one musician. Even Adele, when she was chunky, she still looked nice.
What do you think about the people that got mad that when she like lost weight and like put on, like did her hair?
Listen, man, fat people will always find a place to complain. They want to push away all of the negativity because they feel bad because they can't stop eating Twinkies. It's just like that's all. That's the only reason they're like, oh, now she's skinny. Now I have to be skinny. It's like, yeah, dude. Like you're like your body, your pancreas depends on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't think of one musician who is ugly, and I'm talking about like the front person.
Yeah. I think it's
like even
saying when it's tough to even think of one. Yeah.
Here's an even better point. Fall Out Boy. The front man wasn't even the face. It was Pete Wentz, dude.
That's true. He was always
Pete Wentz
on
was
the posters.
the hottie.
Yeah.
And Patrick, his last name was Stump. Okay? Patrick Stump, we're like, get in the back, you stumpy bitch.
Here's a bag.
Get this other dude up in front. So it's like, this is what I would say to musicians. You have an honest conversation with yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and ask a few friends. And if they say you're not nice to look at, just quit. Just quit. Nobody cares about your songs unless you're hot.
All right, let's bring in our random people from off the street.
I'm so serious, dude. If you're an uggo, quit. Don't even try to make it a music. If your face looks like a Brillo pad, like get out while you can. You're gonna save yourself like a lot of heartache and trouble. Now I know what a lot of people are thinking, right?
What are they thinking?
They're looking at like, hey, what's this boiled potato doing? Talking about only hot people are gonna make it, and he's trying to make it. I'm ethnic, okay? I got the
Your whole grain. Yeah.
I'm interesting looking because there is an interesting factor. Like people who are I'm trying to think of somebody who's like interesting looking. They're not necessarily like really good looking, but when you look at them, you're like,
like,
interesting.
Like people that have like a large gap in their teeth. It's kind of like
Michael
endearing.
Strahan.
Yeah, it's kind of endearing.
Michael Strahan, he's interesting,
Trustworthy,
looking,
you know? Like
it's like his teeth. He couldn't afford to fix his teeth. He's safe.
Yeah, I'm only thinking people like have like physical ailments. I'm trying to think of who's like on the verge of like normal versus hot.
Like,
Yeah,
it's tough.
who's like right in that?
Well, because like
that
you think
line.
of all the, like movies, it's just like you're hot. You like if you get cast as a lead role, that's such an affirmation that you're an attractive person. Unless it's like a short film that you did for a friend, because they didn't have any other options.
This is such a side note, but what do you think about Colin Farrell and having them make him ugly for the Batman? Like they found a very
Penguin?
attractive person, yeah, and then they made him ugly. Like, why not just either make the Penguin hot or find an ugly actor?
Sure, but this is I think this
he's
this,
so hot they had to make
this
him ugly.
goes to the point of like hot people in certain mediums have to work harder.
They had to work hard to be ugly.
Like Colin Farrell is very attractive, but he was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so like the challenge with him is like his hotness trumps his like acting ability.
Who's the other one that got ugly for an Oscar? Charlize Theron or whatever. Like,
Charlize, yeah.
Remember she was Monster?
But she's
she's great.
Fantastic actor. Like I think so. This is interesting. Like in comedy, if you're a hot guy, you got to work the worst.
I was just thinking about that.
Like the hardest thing in comedy is being a hot guy. If you're a hot guy, you have to work so hard.
I'm glad we're in comedy.
Because people, not really. Because people, they want to laugh, and then some stud just walks on stage, just glistening, and all the like fat people eating nachos are just like, boo, boo, you know. And I think the same thing with hot girls. If you're a hot woman,
yeah,
you have to work so hard, and you have to be really funny because like people are going to listen to you because you're really like hot. Like a hot girl, is there a better privilege than being a hot woman?
No, you can get anything.
You can get anything you want in the world.
It's the easiest.
And
life.
like even like if a hot girl goes on stage, they're gonna be like, this dumb broad, you know. But they're gonna look at you because you look nice.
When you mean people, you just mean you
No,
saying out loud, right?
I'm thinking of my friends. You know, my friends who just talk shit at comedy clubs. You know, people trying their hardest on stage are just like, fuck this guy, man. Fuck this guy.
You're right though. Like, I can't think of many comedians I really enjoy that are like ultra hot.
Well, that's like I think
You know?
what's his face? He's a local guy, Benedict Palazzi. He was on F Boy Island.
Oh.
The dude is beautiful, and he's a comedian. So it's like I remember I saw him once, and he like got up on stage. I'm like, fuck this guy, dude. That was my thought. I'm like, fuck this guy, dude.
Yeah.
And your body.
Yeah.
You look like a Ken doll.
I think it's because you assume that they had it easy because they were hot.
Absolutely.
So you're like, what are they going to tell me? That,
Absolutely.
You know?
But haven't they? You know, like hot people. I think it's pretty easy to say hot people have had it easier than ugly people.
Yeah, for sure.
Like legitimately, if someone's face just looks like a frittata, you know, next to just a beautiful polished bust, you're gonna hire the bust, not the frittata.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. I only hire for the bust. So.
Yeah, being hot. It's got to be nice. I don't think I'm, and that's the thing. Like, I don't think I'm ugly. I'm definitely husky, which doesn't help in the hotness. Like, how many hot fat people do you know?
Oh boy. Men?
There's no hot fat men. It's like.
All right, what about like, see, there's like a cute sort of, you know, like teddy bear kind of,
absolutely.
You know.
But there's no hot.
What about like
fatty.
who's the guy from Stranger Things, the sheriff? You know, the big
David Harbour?
Yeah, like
He's
he's kind of, he's got that energy.
He's good
He's got
looking.
hot dad energy.
Yeah, but you're not hot, dude. Like
I
there's
would
a
say
different-
people think he's hot.
No,
I bet we can find people.
I think no. But if
Yeah.
that's like a dad love,
I think there's dad hot. I think it's
No.
allowed. I think we can find a way.
no. But like there's like that's the thing. Like there's hot fat women.
Like
I can't name any right now. Or like husky. What's that one actor?
oh, one of the sisters from that TLC show.
What?
500-pound sisters.
Yeah. Marge or whatever.
Oh my.
No,
yeah.
there's that. She was Stifler's mom in American Pie. She's like, she's thick. She's husky. You know,
I don't remember.
She's very attractive. I'm trying. There's a lot of like hot fat women, but there's zero hot fat men.
What about the guy from like Mike and Molly? He's hot, right?
Kevin James.
He's like a bigger Kevin James.
But like, right? Like, do you agree with me or no?
What?
Like,
That there can be hot.
there's
fat
like
people?
there's some fat women that I'm like, she's hot, dude.
I think it's easy. Yeah, I think it's easier to like identify a hot fat woman. This
Are
is
you
the
uncomfortable saying
no.
this?
I'm just thinking
They're
about the
fatties, dude.
conversation. It's like this is just
Like I think Adele was hot. There was like back in her hefty days, Adele was very hot.
I'm just
she
thinking
had a
about,
nice
like,
face and she could sing and she had that British suave and I don't smoke no cigarettes there and should I give up or should I chase some pavement? And now she's like thin and she's still hot, you know?
Yeah, it's true. I think there's for men, yeah, it's harder to find one. Like a hot fat guy. They're just like teddy bear cute to me.
Yeah. Like Jack Black. I think he's like
I love Jack Black.
but exactly. But thank God that men and women are built differently. Like we're just like, are you hot? That's all we care about. Until we get to like 30, 35, then we're like, okay, there's more to that. But women, it's like, can I look at you long enough to be in a relationship with you because you're funny, like you have a personality or whatever. Like women tend to be way more mature probably. I mean, they're more like personality probably matters more than men. Men are just like, yo, dude, she got big boobs.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm always surprised at what is attractive to women. Like my wife has told me, she's like, I think like George Costanza like is sexy. And I'm like,
what?
How?
It's probably because she can see her reflection in his forehead.
Absolutely. She can just see herself.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's something
she
about
thinks he's
it.
hot?
No, I mean, like she thinks he was fuckable in the show.
Oh,
like,
sure.
Which is very different than hot. Very
yes,
different, to be
absolutely.
fair. I'll concede to that.
Yes, absolutely. But like hot, like I'm like the hottest guys I could like, you know, I think like a hot Ryan Reynolds or I think Harry Styles is a babe.
Hulk Hogan.
Like Cristiano Ronaldo. And because he's got that soccer body, you know, like he works out. Michael B. Jordan, you know.
Yeah.
But
Robert De Niro. Present day
Robert De Niro, yeah.
Present day Al Pacino.
He could act like a hot guy, but I don't think he's a hot
He
guy.
acts like looks like a hot dog.
But yeah, dude, what a world just to be like. And sometimes I wonder if that's why I'm not successful, because I'm not hot. I'm not a hottie. If I had my personality and a rockin' bod and a hottie face, to the moon, baby.
Yeah.
To
What's
the moon.
stopping you? I
like ice cream. You know, it's tough. I like ice cream. Plastic surgery is expensive.
Yeah.
I have been. I'm trying to up on my skincare. You know, changing my pillow sheets, which helps.
New routine,
apparently. But
you can get a BBL. That might help.
Well, if you, that's an interesting thing. It's like once you because there's like think of Kim Kardashian. Before she had a ton of money, she was like cute, but money can also buy hotness.
Yeah, look at the younger one. What's the younger
Kendall?
sister?
Kylie?
One. Honestly don't know the difference between the two of them. Kendall. Let's go with Kendall.
Yeah.
Like pictures when she was like 18 or 19 till like now is insane. They're not even the same person.
Oh, the best I think was Tina Fey. Tina Fey before Tina Fey, go, dude. Go. She looked like a used pair of boots, you know?
My God.
Current day Tina Fey, babe.
Wow.
Tina Fey is a babe.
Yeah.
Because it's like
I can dig it.
She got that nice face and she's funny and snarky, you know? I like my women, you know. I like strong-willed. I like a little fight in them, you know? It's nice. It's also annoying because they don't stop fighting and they just keep
It's just punching.
Know? But I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about it, especially when, you know, I'm just looking up all of these musicians and like who's doing well, who's making it. All of them are really good looking. There's not many people who are making it in a social media influencer world other than Ron Jeremy, you know? But he's got other gifts.
I just Googled the hottest musical artists of all time. Who do you think is at the top of this list?
The hottest of all time?
Excuse me, sexiest musical artists of all time.
Robert Plant?
No. It's a lot of women at the top.
Oh, women. Sorry.
Well, I don't know if it's anybody, but
Beyonce's probably in the top 5.
it's Shakira is at the top.
Oh, that's nice. J-Lo. Even though she's a musical artist.
J-Lo's down in she's all 11th.
Well, she's not really like, when I think of musical artists, I'm not like, hey, J-Lo had a good album, you know.
The first guy on this list is Jim Morrison.
Okay, I can see that. What's the top 5?
Top 5. So we had Shakira, Dua Lipa.
Really?
This is a ranker site, so who knows how current this is.
That seems
Rihanna or Rihanna, if we're being up to date. Then Ariana Grande or Ariana Grande. I don't know how to say any of these people's names. Elvis Presley is number 5.
What? I mean,
for what he did, yes.
Yes. When he was like, when all those like repressed women and he just saw them, they were just like, ooh, you know. I get that. But dang, dude. And then when's the next guy?
We got Beyonce, then Selena Gomez, Katy Perry.
I do not think Selena Gomez, like, she's cute, but she has that like young face that makes me uncomfortable. You know? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, just Disney stars in general.
If they look too young, I'm like, I'm not.
It's a
I
problem.
don't know how old you are.
Sorry.
I'm not going to
I like them old and crusty.
Yeah, I like them.
Like some
I like
mileage.
them to at least look like they're 25, you know?
Let's see. So then it was J-Lo, Jim Morrison, Freddie Mercury. I guess as far as sexual energy,
I mean, maybe for the gays.
Yeah, we got to
but like,
toss one out there.
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain. Now.
With a hole in the head. Now, that's interesting, though. But, like, the top 4 were women. You know? I don't think you could be, like... I'm trying to think, like, who is, like, a not very attractive female...
I'm going to do the opposite, and I'm going to search ugliest musicians.
Yeah.
Let's see.
No. Like, when I think about it, who were the... ugliest, like, can you think of one
like ugly, a front person,
ugly female? That's the thing. Like, and this is where male privilege kicks in. You can be a guy and ugly and be successful. Case in point, Louis Capaldi. You can't be ugly and be a woman and successful.
Yeah, no way. We got yikes. They're really ripping people apart.
Who are the?
Well,
ugliest?
They put Courtney Love on this list.
Oh dang. Yeah.
Steven Tyler.
Ugliest women? Oh. Oh my god. That's so funny.
She should be the ugliest.
That's so funny.
This is just ugliest musicians. This is kind of a weird list, but we have Steven Tyler, Courtney Love. I don't know who that is. Badly Drawn Boy. Oh, Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance. I don't think he's ugly.
Yeah, he's just weird.
He's just like kind of, Meatloaf. Yeah. And Lemmy from Motorhead. I don't know what any of these other people are. Oh, Iggy Pop is on there.
So it's a bunch of dudes. Like,
it's a lot of dudes.
Like,
this is all dudes. There's like 2 ladies on this one.
Can you name one musician, one female musician who is not attractive?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Even the like indie pop people or like the indie people.
Sorry, these lists.
Cool.
I just said ugliest females of all time, and it started with Pink. I don't think Pink is ugly.
Pink is attractive.
Yeah, that's really mean.
That's insane.
Avril Lavigne, get out of here.
No, she's hot.
These lists. I'm getting off the internet.
But no, it's just like, yeah, there's no female who is not
so
attractive.
It's not an ugly girl's world.
No. It's really not like there's been one guy who's made it.
Who's ugly?
Yeah.
John Bon Jovi. Oh, of course, yeah.
Louis Capaldi.
Oh. Sorry, back on Louis.
Yeah, because he's great. I love Louis Capaldi so much. He sings like unbelievably. And he's a great performer, and he's funny. He's so funny. But, he looks like, a dirty water bucket, just a little.
Somebody has a poster of him in their room.
Probably.
And they kiss it every night. I bet.
Yeah, but it's not like based on like, because like you take Louis Capaldi off stage and put him in like just normal like
Streetwear.
Nobody is gonna tap that.
He's just
But
at a
you
Publix.
take Harry Styles off stage, everyone's gonna still,
That's fair. Yeah.
make babies.
Well, I think we know what our goal is for this year.
So I mean, moral of the story: I need to get hotter. I need to clean up my acne. I need to clean up my bitch tits, and I need to talk like I'm not from here, even though I look like I'm not from here.
That's the other factor is if you have like an accent or something, like you were saying, something interesting about you, that adds some points to the board.
Yeah. Oh, interesting for sure. Definitely. Like that's the only way you could
be like an ugly Australian. Just by having an Australian accent, you're already like 5 points up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, kids, I think we solved the world's problems.
Thank God.
If you're ugly, you should jump out of a plane
safely
with the parachute. And on the way down, think about what you did wrong. Thanks for listening, everybody. Ciao, ciao.